I also want to inform to our families that are present that all the offerings that we'll discuss today for this summer are for students that are currently in the school district of Philadelphia. So if your student attends a charter school or a private school, please reach out to your child's school to find out what summer offerings they have available for you. All right, and the third thing is I'm going to ask everyone to stay on mute and to hear the whole entire presentation. And at the end, we'll have a question and answer session. You have a hand raise symbol part of your Zoom account. You can raise your hand and Amani will write your name down. And at the end, she'll call on your names and you'll share out your questions at the end. Again, we ask you to remain muted. All right, so good afternoon to our parents and guardians. My name is Christine Godfrey. I'm with the Office of Student Life, and my position is Principal of Strategic Initiatives. And one of the initiatives that I'm over is summer programming. I also have two of my colleagues who will co-facilitate this session today. I have Charmaine Thompson, who is our Senior Project Manager with the Office of Student Life, and she'll be covering logistics and registration. And then I have Kathy White, who's Director of Special Projects with the Division of College Readiness, and she'll cover high school programs. All right, we're going to get started. All right, so our agenda for today, we're going to review the types of summer programs that we're offering, their structures. We're going to share with you our summer calendar. So it'll give you the dates and times for each program. We're going to explain the registration process to you, share with you key supports and contacts in case after this information session, you still have questions that you need answered. And then at the end, we'll have a question and answer session where you'll be able to ask any questions that you like. Money, are you able to hit the next one? Allow me to move to the next screen.
You're in control.
Not sure why it's doing it.
There you go.
All right, so our vision for summer. Our goal this summer is to deliver a comprehensive program that is community-centered and aligned to the board goals and guardrails. We want to ensure that all students and families have access to a fun, academically and socially enriching and meaningful summer experience. We're going to do everything that we can to provide clear and consistent communication to all stakeholders that include our families, school-based staff, central staff, students, and parents and partners. All right. Okay, so the question is, why does summer matter? Some of our parents may be asking. Well, summer learning programs are proven to maintain and advance student academic and social growth. This is sometimes referred to as the summer slide, because if they're not engaging in learning every day, students can forget what they've learned during the school year. An academic summer program that incorporates enrichment experiences is the perfect way to engage students and make sure they don't forget the critical skills they have learned all year long, especially given the fact that the pandemic and transition back in-person instruction over the last 2 years has been challenging for our students. Some of the learning programs are proven to do the following. So here are some of the benefits of summer learning. Maintain and advance student academic and social development. Reinforce skills learned during the school year to deepen their understanding. Prepare for skills needed for the next grade, and mitigate learning loss during summer vacation. So here's some of the program offering. Here are all the programs that we're offering this summer. Our first program is Kindergarten Transition. This is for students who will enter kindergarten this fall. This program will prepare and increase the confidence of rising kindergartners and their families. Kindergarten enrollees will receive an email invitation directly. So for our kindergarten transition program, it is 100% virtual. Once you register your child for kindergarten for next year, you'll get an invitation to come to this summer transition to kindergarten program. Our second program is our summer learning grades 1 through 7. For children who begin 1st through 7th grade this fall, this program offers academic enrichment and extracurricular activities for a full day camp experience. English language learners who have an English proficiency of 2.0 or higher are welcome to apply. And then we have our Newcomers program, and this is for English learners in grades 1 through 11. This is by invite only for English language learners in grades 1 through 7 and 8 through 11. The requirement is that you be enrolled after January 1st, 2022, and have a current English proficiency level of 1.0, between 1.0 and 1.5 to be invited. Again, no registration required for newcomers. You will be invited. Extended School Year, also known as ESY. This program provides free special education services to students who require special education support and services beyond the 180-day school year. Because students' participation in extended school year is determined by the IEP team, parents and guardians are not required to register their students. Your school will contact you regarding participation. So once again, for ESY, parents are not required to register. We have Summer Bridge for students who will begin 8th and 9th grade this fall and would like to gain real-world practical experience while learning how to start a business. Students may also obtain credentials for high school graduation, get a head start on things. We have Summer School, also known as Credit Recovery, for our students in grades 10 to 12. The requirement is that they must have failed the previous course, and this program provides an opportunity to earn the grades and credits needed towards graduation. We have our Startup EDU program for students in grades 10 to 12, and this is for students that are going to 10 to 12 this fall. And it's a 4-week program. It helps students develop entrepreneurship mindset and gain the skills needed to start a business. We have our Summer Drumline program for students entering grades 6 through 12 this fall. And this program is an extension of the Spring Regional Drumline program. And it teaches the fundamentals of drumline percussion. Students will perform in an ensemble and receive supplemental music instruction. So those are our programs. I do want to reiterate for our out of school time that our Rising 1 through 7, our elementary sites, as well as our Newcomer 1 through 7 sites will be offered out of school time in the afternoon. So they'll have academics in the morning in our elementary sites, and then they'll have enrichment in the afternoon through OST. That's our partnership with the city of Philadelphia. So if your child is in our Summer Learning 1 through 7 or Newcomer 1 through 7, their day will be from 8:30 in the morning to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. And that will run from June 26th to August 4th. Those are the only 2 programs that is partnered with OST. Summer Kindergarten Transition. So applications. We ask you, if you have not registered your child already for kindergarten, we do have the website listed there. You also can find it on the School District of Philadelphia website. Once your child is registered for kindergarten, you will get an invitation to the Summer Kindergarten Transition Program for the summer. Our window for applications opened on April 10th, and it will close on April 28th. So again, you want to make sure you register your student before this date so that you get an invitation to Summer Kindergarten Transition. The program will run from Monday, June 26th to Thursday, July 27th. Sorry. And the program will run from 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. You will be given 1 of 4 slots. So once you're contacted and invited to the Summer Kindergarten Transition, you'll be invited to come either on Mondays and Tuesdays from 9 to 10:30. Or you'll be invited for Mondays and Tuesdays from 11 to 12:30. And the third option is Wednesdays and Thursdays from 9 to 10:30. Or lastly, Wednesday and Thursdays from 11 to 12:30. So once you're invited, they will tell you which time slot you will attend the Summer Kindergarten Transition Program. I do want to reiterate that it is 100% virtual. All right, Summer Learning, Rising 1 through 7. Registration is open yesterday as of April 10th. It will run until April 28th. We will offer 2 days of in-person registration. So if you're a parent that you don't know how to navigate the registration process, you need assistance, or you don't have technology, you can come to 440 North Broad Street on April 18th. And we're offering it again on April 25th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's a walk-in, and we will assist you in registering your children for summer programming. Summer Learning Rising 1 through 7 program will run from Monday, June 26th through Friday, August 4th. So this is a 5-week program for our Rising 1 through 7 Summer Learning program. And that's 8:30 in the morning until 4 p.m. And again, that is in a partnership with the City of Philadelphia out of school time. So they're providing the after school portion as well as Fridays and the 5th week of the programming. Here's a list of the 15 sites that we're offering summer learning rising 1 through 7. We have Ann B. Anderson, Anne Frank, Kinderton, Lamberton, Lee, Mifflin, Moffett, Prince Hall, Ziegler, Cornell, Duckery, Cayuga, Farrell, McCall, and Silas Cohen. When you register your child, you'll be able to select your first, second, and third choice. Our newcomers program 1 through 7. Again, I want to reiterate that this is by invitation only. You will receive an invitation either by robocall, robotext, or email. And this is for students that enrolled after January 1st, 2022, and they must have an English proficiency level of between 1.0 and 1.5. Our newcomer program will coincide with our summer learning, so it'll be a 5-week program. It'll run from June 26th, Monday, June 26th, through August 4th, from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And I just want to reiterate that the OST program providers out of the city of Philadelphia are partnering with our summer learning 1 through 7 and newcomer 1 through 7 for our students to have a full day from 8:30 to 4. We also have a newcomer for our older students entering grades 8 through 11 for next year. Again, this is by invitation. You will receive a robocall, a robotext, or an email inviting you. And again, students that participate in this program must be enrolled in the School District Philadelphia by January 1st, 2022, and have an English proficiency level of 1.0 to 1.5. For the older newcomer program, it's just 4 weeks. It's running from Monday, June 26th, and it will end on Thursday, July 27th. It will run from 8:45 a.m. in the morning to 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon. And here are the 7 sites for our newcomers. And they will co-locate with our Rising 1 through 7, as well as our high schools. So for our elementary location, we have Cornell, Cayuga, Farrell, McCall, Silas Cohen. And we have 2 high school locations, John Bartram and Arts Academy at Benjamin Rush. Extended school year. I do want to reiterate for extended school year that there's no need for registration for parents. Your school IEP team will contact you to invite your child to attend ESY, which is also the extended school year. ESY will run from Monday, June 26th through Thursday, July 27th. 4 weeks. It'll be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. All students participating at ESY will be bused. Again, any student at ESY will receive busing. And here are our 16 sites for ESY. We have Baldy Middle School, Ethel Allen, Rhodes, Hancock Demonstration, J.B. Kelly, John Berry, Julia DeBurgas, Juniata Park, Morrison, Overbrook Educational Center, Penrose, Thurgood Marshall, Jurai Academic Music Program, also known as GAMP, Martin Luther King High School, Samuel Fells High School, and West Philadelphia High School. Those are our 16 sites. I am now going to turn it over to Kathy White, who will share information with you about high school programming.
Good afternoon. So the first program I'm going to talk about for summer for our high school programs is the Summer Bridge program. This is for students who are entering 8th grade or 9th grade. The registration has already opened. It opened yesterday, and again, it will close on April 28th. The dates and times for this particular program are Monday, June 26th through Thursday, June 27th. And student hours will be between 8:45 a.m. and 1:30. So in this particular Summer Bridge program, our students are going to have the opportunity to choose from one of 3 tracks. Those will be food service and hospitality, arts and entertainment, and health sciences. Within these tracks, students will have the ability to earn a credential by the end of the summer, which will help them once they enter high school in one of the graduation pathways. Our summer bridge program is typically infused in English and math. This year, that will be the English and math will be taught through using entrepreneurship as the basis for this particular program for our rising 8th and 9th grade students. So we can go to the next slide. The next program I'm going to talk about is our summer school credit recovery program. This program is for our students that are entering 9th through current 12th grade students. Again, this registration opened yesterday and the registration will close on the 28th. The program dates and times again are June 26th through July 27th, and the program hours are the same as Summer Bridge, 8:45 a.m. to 1:30. So this program, which is summer school, which is formerly our credit recovery program, is for our students who are in grades 9 through 12, who have failed a previous course. They will have the opportunity to earn the grades and credits that they need to stay on track for graduation. Students are able to earn up to 2 credits towards PA state requirements for graduation. And then seniors will be eligible to eligible to graduate will also be able to complete Act 158 or in the form of Pathway 5 evidence during the summer as well. If you are interested in this particular program, our summer school program, again, are formerly known as our credit recovery program, we encourage you and your students to work with the counselor or roster chair in your student's current school building so they can confirm which courses the student should complete during the summer program. And the sites for Summer Bridge and Summer School are Edison High School, Academy of Palumbo, Kensington Kappa, School of the Future, Strawberry Mansion. Those sites will have both Summer Bridge and Summer School. We have Masterman School that will house Summer Bridge and also our summer school program, as well as our 10th through 12th grade entrepreneurship program, Startup EDU. And then Bartram High School and Arts Academy at Benjamin Rush will have both Summer Bridge and Summer School. We also have some summer work-based learning opportunities for our students that are in high school. These are all partnership programs. So we have internships. These are specific to our CTE or Career Technical Education students. Students in CTE that are in grades 9 through 12 are eligible for this. We have our Penn RISA program, which is for our rising 12th graders, our current 11th grade students. The Startup EDU program, which I just mentioned, is our Entrepreneurship Academy. And that program is specifically for our 10th through 12th grade students, our rising 10th through 12th grade students. And this is in partnership with Work Ready. There is also a CCP Power Schools Academy, Freedom Schools, internships, and a summer drumline, which is for our students that are in incoming 6th through 12th grade students only.
I can take this if you need to. All right.
Yeah. Hi. Hi, everyone. We're going to give Christine a break. My name is Charmaine Thompson. I'm a senior project manager here with the school district. So I know we've presented these start dates and times with you, but I just wanted to highlight again some of the distinctions between all the different programs. So the kindergarten transition is the only program this summer that will be virtual. All other programs will be in person. The extended school year program which our families will work with your IEP team, that is the only program that will have bus transportation. So once you register and your registrations are processed, we'll be able to send you information about your specific bus routes. But all other programs in our summer program will receive a SEPTA fare card. If you have an adult who wants to accompany a smaller or younger student, we will also provide you with day passes for those parents or caregivers who would like to travel with your young person. Now, you'll also notice that the summer learning program and the newcomer program for grades 1 through 7, they are the only programs that we offer that are full day. Those programs will start at 8:30 and will provide programming through 4 p.m. All other programs on our chart are referencing our programs for older students, and all of these programs will run from 8:45 to 1:30 in the afternoon. Christine, can we go to the next slide, please? Now, in this program, there is no cost at all to our families. Breakfast and lunch will be provided for every single student in our program, with the exception of our virtual students in the kindergarten transition program. But all students will receive transportation, as previously noted. It will be bus transportation for door-to-door service only for our extended school year, but SEPTA fare cards will be provided for all students, regardless of your distance to the site that you're assigned to. In addition, all students will receive a backpack, or at least our younger students will receive a backpack with all kinds of materials to take home, and no material costs will be extended to you. Christine? So how do you get registered for one of these programs? You're welcome to either go to our website, which is highlighted here. There's a complete description of all of our programs on the website. There's also additional details about each one of the programs if you click on the right-hand side of the program. All of our registration forms are translated into 12 additional languages, and you are certainly welcome to apply for any one of those languages, and we'll make sure that we get your information processed. And as previously mentioned, if you would like assistance with completing your application in person, you are welcome to come here to 440 at 440 North Broad Street, and we will be glad to assist you with your application. It will be on a walk-in basis, and you can come anytime between 10 and 3 p.m. on April 18th or April 25th. And of course, if you have specific questions about a particular program, you are welcome to email any one of these programs directly. This information is also listed on our website under the Contact Us section. So Christine.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right.
You're welcome.
We're going to open the floor up for questions. Imani, we're going to
Yes.
take the lead on that.
Thank you, Christine. So we had a question from Donnelly Brown. She asked that, well, she said, I've been told that the principal for Lamberton says no summer program will be held at the school due to maintenance. Is that true? Without Lamberton, an entire neighborhood is being underserved.
Christine, you want me to jump on that one?
Sure. Thank you, Abby.
Thank you, guys. Great to see so many parents here. Please, encourage people to get registered. When it comes to all of our school sites, the first thing that we do is work to clarify with our capital and facilities department which buildings are indeed available and aren't undergoing any maintenance. So according to our records, all of the schools that have been designated are indeed available for summer programs. I will double check with the principal at Lamberton just to make sure that all of our messages are aligned. Everybody's got the same ideas going on, and make sure that we are all set up and ready to roll for summer. Thank you for asking.
Thank you, Abby.
We have a question from Susanna.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. First of all, I want to thank the school district for offering all these great opportunities for our children. I'm interested in registering my son for the summer drumline program. He's currently a high school student. So if I register for him, is it dependent on if it's full? Like if I register him, is there a guarantee he'll be accepted, or is it dependent on how many people register? And like if I pick a location, would it also be dependent on how many people register for each location?
Great question, Susanna. So it is on a first come, first served basis. So I would say go in as soon as possible and put in your registration. No registration is guaranteed until you get official notice that your child's been accepted. But I would just advise you to go in as soon as possible and register him for the drumline program. And select the location of your choice.
Christine, may I also add a little bit about the summer drumline? So when you register for the summer drumline, the information goes to the director, and it's actually a work-ready program where students will be paid either through an incentive or wage-based program. And to be honest, I'm not totally sure which one it is. So when you register, you will be contacted for an information session so that you can learn more about the Work Ready program and what's required to get qualified through the Work Ready program with the Philadelphia Youth Network.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, we have Sharice on iPhone.
I'm sorry, did you say Sherry?
Oh, it's short, Sherry. Sorry.
I had a question about ESY. Is it designated as far as at GAMP, it will be maybe just a certain designation of autistic support or learning support? Or is it according to where you live? If you live down the block from GAMP, I mean, is there any idea about how that works?
So the Office of Transportation works with our Office of Specialized Services, and they assign students to location. They do try to send students to their nearest location. There's no guarantee, but because students are bused, it kind of prevents additional barriers for them getting there. So I can't guarantee that your child's going to go to GAMP, but if your child qualifies for ESY, your child will attend one of our sites, one of our 16 sites.
Okay, can I ask one more question?
Sure.
If they sign up for the summer learning program and ESY, does it bump them out of one or the other?
Yes, they cannot register for two programs. You will have to decide which program you would want your child to attend.
Christine, let me add in also, if your student is designated to attend ESY, that is a direct result of what's coming out of the IEP. So typically what will happen is if it's been recommended that your child engage in ESY services, that would be the prioritized program because that's indicated that that is the highest level of need that your student might have.
So if the child is designated, but the parent decides different, you're saying no matter what?
No, the IEP team will always decide together what the right thing to have in the IEP is. But if the
Right.
ESY program is on the table, it's worth exploring to prioritize that.
Right, but if the parent does not want it, but only wants it as a backup, can they apply to both?
You can only apply to one. What I recommend is you reach out to your child's IEP team now before you make a decision which program to apply for.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Jasmine Stevens.
Yes, how you doing? I think someone had already asked it about, say, like I wanted my kids to go to Duckery because it's the closest one and it'll be closer for me. Can I just pick Duckery or do I have to pick 3?
So you're welcome to put up to 3. If you put just Duckery, it does not guarantee your child's going to be accepted to Duckery. So I strongly encourage you to at least try to pick, 2 additional sites for your child to be able to attend. And put Duckery as your first choice.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Shayna,
Hi. I applied today, earlier today, and it only gave me 2 options as choices. So my first question is, if both those options are already full, would you guys just pick another selection for us that's available if like our first 2 or 3 choices are already full? And then my next question is just like attendance. I know a lot of people go on vacations during the summer. So if we do have like a vacation planned already, do we just let you guys know, like they'll be missing for a few days due to vacation?
Yeah, so there's several things about the question. So to answer the first part of your question, if you put down 2 sites and both of those sites are full, someone from our registration team will reach out to you to offer you another option. All right.
Okay.
The second part of your question, it really depends on the age of the child. If the student is participating in summer school, high school, which is credit based, they're required to have a certain number of C hours. So if they miss a certain number of days, they're automatically dropped from the course and they won't earn credit. If your child is a younger child participating in summer learning or newcomer, it's not grade bearing or credit bearing. We just ask that you communicate with your site administrator that your child will be out for X number of days.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Tracy Jackson.
Hi, yes, good afternoon. My question is, if I have siblings, is it a possibility that they can be placed at the same site if it applies?
Yes, that's a great question. That's something we worked really hard for this year. As part of our registration process is that we're trying to make sure all siblings are together. So you'll see on the registration form, it'll actually list all the students and all the children in your household. And so our big push is to make sure that your children are placed together.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Welcome.
Rachel.
Hi, I have 3 questions, but one of them is very similar to Tracy's about, I know, I'm sorry, I'm a provider, not a parent. And last year I had parents who had students that wound up in like different locations. So all of my parents are currently asking me, how do I make sure that doesn't happen again? So I was gonna ask you, but you guys are already on top of that, so that's cool. My second question was, and I'm sure you said it, but I missed it. When are parents gonna know where they've been placed? Like, what's the time frame on parents finding that out?
So I'll defer this to Charmaine. I know we're adding students on an on rolling basis.
Okay.
What's the window, Charmaine, that we'll start informing families?
Well, we're committing to make sure that we have all final confirmations out by June 1st.
Okay.
But you'll start getting feedback from us about every 2 weeks. So we'll first let you know in the first couple weeks if your student is even eligible for the program.
Okay.
And then we will send you an email asking you to confirm your placement and that you're committing to the program so that we can make sure that you are interested in continuing, just in case we need to make that spot available for another student.
Thank you. And then I'm sorry, my third and final question is regarding staff. So I have some staff that work for the district and then are also going to be working for the OST programs as well. Once they do the application process for their child, is there anyone that they can call or anywhere that they can note that they're going to be working at, say, Carnell Elementary, to make sure that their child is placed at Carnell Elementary, since that's where they will be working all day? Is there like any way to do that?
We don't currently offer staff preference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just say they should indicate that school on the application.
Okay.
So that's the best way to
Okay, great.
proceed with that.
Okay. Thank you.
And then we have a question from Nicole in the chat. She might have missed this, but she asked, how will students be grouped together for learning? For example, will children entering first grade only be with those in that grade level?
Yes, great question. And yes, they are grouped according to grade level. So you have a student that's going to first grade next year, they'll be placed with other students in that same grade level. And that's across the board 1 through 7.
We have a question from Shayna.
Just for clarity, I know I said earlier I applied today. Should I be looking for some type of confirmation email saying we received your application today, or will that be like in a few weeks, like you stated earlier?
Shana, you should have received an automated confirmation that your application has been submitted. But if you'd like to double check, you can always send us, was this for summer learning 1 to 7?
Yes, and I didn't receive. So the principal at Powell sent us the link to Class Dojo, so that's how I applied. But I didn't
Okay.
receive any type of automated anything. So I was just wondering if I should have received something.
Okay. If you'd like to send us an email, we can double check it for you. You can
Okay.
email us at summerprograms1-7@philasd.org, and we can check it for you. Just give us your student's name and
Okay.
student ID, and we'll be able to double check that for you.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tracy.
Yes, thank you. Just another question for clarity. Ms. Thompson, you mentioned eligibility. What exactly does that mean?
Okay. All participants have to be students of the Philadelphia School District. If your students are going to school at a charter school or a private school, they are not eligible for our summer programming, and they would be encouraged to check back with their schools to see what's available.
Thank you. Makes sense.
You're welcome.
Sherry.
Hi, if a family applies to only one specific site that's near them for the summer learning program, will they be told somehow that, I'm sorry, but you can't go there?
Yes, if for some reason it is on a first come, first served basis and your child or children did not get admitted to your first choice, and that's the only school you have listed, someone from our registration team will reach out to you to offer you other options.
So does that mean if the family has to come in to get assistance to fill it out, they're already behind the start line?
I mean, parents can have registered effective yesterday, so yes, yesterday through the 28th. But we're not placing anyone yet, so right now we're just collecting registrations.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
We have a question from the chat from Vanessa. She is asking, when does the email for the link to register the kindergartners go out? She already has a preschooler who's already been registered for kindergarten.
Okay, so if you have registered your child for kindergarten, you will receive an invitation. And it will be based on the preference of communication that you specify. If you said, I want to do I want to receive robo-text, they're going to send you a text. If you say, I want to receive a voice call, they're going to send it that way. If you decided you wanted an email, you'll receive it from that correspondence. So once your kindergarten, your future kindergartner is registered for the fall, you will receive an invitation. So look out for that over the next few weeks.
We have a question from Manara. She asks, how does she register for summer programs? But I can drop the link in the chat. And then Peggy asked, how can I register for the Newcomer? But website stated only, it's invitation only.
Yes, so in order to qualify for Newcomers program, your student, your child has to have a language proficiency level between 1 and 1.5. Your EL staff from your child's school will give you an invitation if they qualify. If your child does not qualify, then you are more than welcome to register your child for the Rising 1 through 7. And if you're not sure, I would start a conversation with your EL point person at your child's school.
I don't think we have any other questions.
All right.
I thought I raised my hand. I'm not sure if I'm doing it correctly.
Oh, I didn't see your hand raised, but go ahead and ask your
Okay.
question.
I was just wondering about the ESY. Now, I know we have to have an IEP representative. So when is the latest date, or do they have a date to contact me? Because you said we don't have to register.
That's
So
correct.
when would they be contacting me to let me know, what's going on? Like, is there a time frame?
That's a great question, Lisa. What I recommend, and we've been telling our parents for ESY, talk to your IEP team at your child's school, because they can tell you right now whether your child qualifies or not. And you can start having a conversation about what that looks like.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
I think we have a question from Dorita.
All right, you have to unmute your.
You're on mute. I'll unmute her.
There we go.
Amen.
There you go.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm calling pertaining my granddaughter, and I spoke with her mother. She's on her way to get her, and I told her I would be in this Zoom. But my daughter said she had registered with the school district for her to be in the kindergarten in the fall, and it's not a problem. But when I was on the web earlier, I saw you had the virtual summer program for her age group, and that's what we were interested in. So how do one do this to become eligible for the virtual program?
Yes, Mr. Aretha. So your grandchild is already eligible. You said that that mom already registered your grandchild.
Yes.
So you're going to get an invitation. Automatically, that's going to happen. They're going to either send it to you via email, whatever mom signed up for, whether she wanted text messages, whatever mode of communication that she wants or specified that she wanted, you're going to receive an invitation. You've already done your work. You registered your child for kindergarten.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So you will get an invitation.
Okay, I'll let her know. Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay. Do we have any more questions? I'm not seeing any visible in the chat.
Yes.
I think Lillian.
Yes, I hear you. I would like to know, my granddaughter, she goes to one of the district schools now, but I believe
they can get back with her. Not so much
days already in kindergarten. Is she still eligible to go to the school district summer programs?
So let me understand what you're saying, Lillian. You're saying that you have a current kindergartner.
Yes.
And they're going to first grade next year, correct?
She's going to first grade. She's in the kindergarten now.
And she had one at the school district Philadelphia, one of our schools.
She's at Stephen Gerard.
Yeah, so then your child, you can register your child for the Summer Learning Rising 1 through 7. That's the program that you want.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too.
Kathy asked if you could explain transportation for parents.
Sure. So for all of our programs except ESY is the only program that will be provided busing. All of our other programs, students will receive a fare card. They'll receive a fare card for the entire summer. It'll be activated. They can use it every day. And it'll deactivate by the end of the summer program. If there is a guardian or parent that needs to accompany a student in a Rising 1 through 7 program, we will provide day passes for that parent. All right, so we're not going to give it to 3 parents of the same child, but if it's one designee, that person will receive a day pass, up to 2 day passes each way to bring their child to their program each day and to get them back home. And we did waive the 1.5 mile requirement for this summer.
So how would they go about getting day passes?
So when you bring your child that first day, there'll be a table set up at each of the locations. And I don't know if parents participated last year, it'll be very similar. And so there'll be a table set up for fare cards. You will go over, you'll sign for your student for them to get their fare card, and you'll sign for yourself if you're requesting to have day passes. If you don't need it, then that's fine. But if you do, you'll have the option of signing for it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Rachel?
So this is, as a OST provider, this is our third year doing the enrichment program, and I was just curious if the district had any plans to continue this programming moving forward, or are you not? I don't know how far ahead you guys do planning.
We can only speak to this summer.
Okay.
Yeah, and so as of this summer, we are offering OST obviously at our 1 through 7 sites. But beyond that, we really can't tell you, Rachel.
And then we have a question from the chat from Dominique Brown. For the Lamberton question I had asked earlier, how will I be notified if Lamberton gets removed from the participating location list?
So like as Abby stated earlier, as we know, this site has been approved as one of our sites for summer programming. In the event that that changes, it will be removed from our registration application, and there'll be a substitute in place of it. But I wouldn't worry about that, because as far as we know, we have not been told otherwise. And if it does change, we'll make sure that everyone is aware of it.
Yeah, and Christine, I think that applies for any program that might have some type of unexpected change that we cannot foresee coming. If anything changes, we will be sure to use multiple modes of communication so that folks are aware of the changes, especially through the use of like direct emails to those folks who have applied. We'll use our registration records to make sure we're reaching out directly to those applicants to make sure they're aware of any changes. We're not looking to have any changes, so we'll take the proper measures as they may come.
Thank you.
Do we have any other questions? There's no more in the chat. I don't see any other hands raised, virtual hands. Okay, we do have one from the chat. Kay asks, the schools that are listed, are they the only options families have?
Yes, so we listed all the schools by program that we are offering for this summer, and those are the options.
There are also a variety of different programs that are happening throughout the city that might be happening at district sites as well through our out of school time providers all over the city. But we of course encourage you, if you want an academic program, we do encourage you to engage in the sites that we have offered.
Rachel?
Sorry. Just out of eagerness, do you know when principals will know their summer assignments? Like, so we did Facilitron the other day, and our current principal typically doesn't do summer, so he's not aware of what's happening yet. And of course, we want to reach out as soon as possible to start building those relationships. Do you know when summer principals will have their assignments?
So yes, between April 13th and May 5th, that is our window to inform all summer staff of their placement and assignments for this summer. I also want to put out to everyone, please check out our website. Our summer learning summer program page is super parent and family friendly. We're super proud of it this year. It's full of all the information that we discussed today. And I think it would be a really good resource for you to just kind of get on there and check out and see what's happening across the district.
And also, Rachel, quick aside, I encourage you to join our provider orientation tomorrow if you were aware of that. And we hope to see you there because we'll have more information for our providers specifically tomorrow as well.
Can I put my email in the chat, or can I send you my email directly if you could send me thank you.
Awesome. Well, we want to thank all of you today for coming. We're just so excited to offer such an awesome summer programs to your students this summer. We work really hard. We have a whole core staff that are working diligently day after day to make sure that your students are excited to come to our programs, that it is meaningful to them, and that, they look forward to coming every day. So we do hope that if you have any questions, reach out to that specific program for the emails that we provided to you, and we'll be sure to answer you. Our goal is to answer you within 48 hours. Again, thank you everyone for coming today. We appreciate you. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.